What's good, everybody? It's Jonah coming back at you on a video. This one is an important one, right? An important piece of advice for you all out there, and that is do not live your life by accident or by default, right? Live by design. Now I know technically the first half of the sentence is incorrect, right? In the sense that your mind doesn't think in the negative, it only thinks in the affirmative, right? So you want to say things in the affirmative, not the other way around. So it's not really good to say do not, right? In the case of the sentence right here, do not live by accident or by default, right? Because then your mind processes that as live by accident and live by default. And of course the goal is not to do that, right? So that is not the most correct sentence to say, which is why the second part of the title here is live by design. And that is the focus right there. So I added the first part just to give you guys a little more context. But living by design is essentially creating your life the way you want to, right? It is using the ideas, it is using your mind, the goals that you want to accomplish, using your vision, your plans, your imagination, everything that comes from within you to create what you want, right? Because it is rather common to see people living by accident or living by default. And living by accident, living by default is basically the human being, the person not understanding who they are and their true power, not understanding that they're in fact the creator of their own life, right? That where they're at right now, the life that they're living is the life that they created. And folks out there can create by default because they can be told by their external environment, the people in their lives, that they're not good enough, that they can't do this, that they can't be that, and they accept it as truth, they accept it as fact. When oftentimes the people that say that someone can't do something are people that are just projecting out their insecurities to someone else, right? Because you can do something. You are capable of doing anything and everything in this lifetime, right? Like you have the power because you have God's gift of creation within you. You were born with that. That's why you have the ability to think for yourself. That's why you have your own imagination. That's why you can create things, right? Like you can have an idea or a picture of something in your mind, and then you can bring that forth into the real world, right? That is the gift of creation that we were given. So we can create anything that our hearts desire, anything that we can think of in our mind, right? So with that same power of creation and imagination, we can implement that into our own lives, right? Use an example. Some people who are physically fit, say they're ripped, they have six packs, abs, all the good stuff, right? They have an amazing body, whatever. Those people also use their mind and their imagination to envision themselves as having that perfect frame, right? Because that imagination, that vision help them create what they're like, their body, right? And that's the same with all other areas of your life, right? It's normal, right, or rather common, for people to live by default or by accident, right? Because they can just be experiencing things in their life, and rather than responding to the events that happen, they'll accept those events as fact and as truth as far as who they are as a person and their life. And because of that, they don't ever pursue anything greater. They don't ever set goals as far beyond what they can see or what they even think that they themselves are capable of accomplishing, right? It's easy to fall into the trap of just believing that you're average, right? That you were just put here to live a very simple life and that's it. That you have no say as far as how you want your life to be, right? That your life is meant to just be basic. And if you don't want that to be the case, you don't have to let it, right? You can live by design, and you live by design by focusing, figuring out what is that you want out of life, right? Focusing on that, putting your attention on your goals, your dreams, the things that you want right out of life, and really hone in on that. Really get excited for the things that you're looking forward to, for the blessings in your life, right? get excited, be optimistic, root for yourself, believe that you can do it, believe that you're on the cusp of it, or believe that it has already happened for you, right? Believe that when you ask, it is already given to you. Whether if you've been single your whole life and you've been wanting that lover, right? If you were to believe that it were given to you right now and that you indeed have that lover, you would be smiling ear to ear. You would be so excited because you've been single your whole life, but this is what you wanted, to find your dream partner, the love of your life. And by a snap of a finger, it's been given to you. You're going to be so ecstatic. You're not even going to be worried about any of the little things that used to bother you previously, right? It's given to you in the invisible. It exists, right? Your lover, they're walking this earth right now as we speak. So if you were actually given that, right, you would be so excited. So why not get excited right now so that you can make space for that person to enter your life, right? That is living by design. Living by design is essentially living and operating consciously, right? You're a deliberate thinker. You're a deliberate creator. That means choosing what thoughts, choosing what emotions you want to feel, and feeling more of that. Because people who create or live by accident or by default, those are people who don't know what they're vibrating, who are not paying attention to what they're thinking, or not paying attention to how they're feeling. When in actuality, your feelings, your emotion, that is your GPS. That is telling you whether or not you are on the right track towards everything that you desire, or if you're headed the wrong way. And you're on the right track when you're feeling good, when you're feeling excited. Why? Because you feel good when you're feeling good. When you're feeling positive emotion, that's when you feel good. So you're living in your life's purpose when you're feeling good, because you were put here to enjoy this life, to have fun, to make the most of it. That's the only reason why you were put on this earth, to experience outrageous joy. And so if you're feeling good, if you're vibrating these positive emotions, that's the energy that you're emitting. That's what you're putting out. And that is what will get attracted back into your life. So that is how you begin living by design, right? If you spend more time writing down your dreams, your goals, what is it you want to do, be, do, have, right? You can't help but to put a smile on your face, because that's you creating the movie. That's you creating your future life and how you want things to be in the near future. But it would be even better when you write those things for you to feel those emotions right now, to embody that now, because you will only and always only ever have control of the present moment of the now. So this is super interesting, right? Because this topic here, it brings me back to a clip that I've seen of one of my mentors that I learned from. Of course, I never met this person, but a big fan of their work, right? Like their audios, their written work, things like that. And I remember there was a clip of someone who called in and was speaking with my mentor, because he was taking calls, right, to help people. He's in a self-development space. And this person basically wanted some guidance to feeling better, right? They wanted to move towards a better life. And this person was basically breaking down all their problems, saying that, things weren't going well with their family, that there were these problems, and they wanted to repair relationships with the people in their lives and all these things. And so my mentor eventually stopped them and said, okay, you've spent this entire time on the call telling me all the things that you don't want, right? All the things that were not going well for you. Now let me ask you this. What is it that you do want out of life? And so he begins telling her, by what you've been telling me about your situation, it seems that you want a better relationship with your family members. It seems that you want this. It seems that you want that. And as he broke it down to her, he told her, doesn't that make you feel better? And then she said yes. And it helped her feel more relieved, because rather than being fixated on just speaking about and thinking about all the things you don't want, it's important to take a step back and think about what is that you do want. Let me focus on what is that I do want out of these situations, so that when I put my focus on that, it will allow me to feel good, because these are the things that I actually do want. Now, of course, it's better to be grateful and feel as though you've received these things now, because if you say I want something, then you're pretty much accepting that it's not already here now in the present moment. But nonetheless, speaking about the things that you do want is better than speaking about the things you don't want. So we're still trending in the right direction. But yeah, that's what it is by living by design. It's saying, okay, let me take a second to reflect on my life, where things are at now, and let me think about and write down how I want things to be. And that will bring you so much happiness and joy, right? That's using goals, that's visualizing, that's using your imagination, creating a plan, putting everything down, ideally on paper, and you just begin to feel so good about it, because you are essentially scripting the life that you want to live. And that is when you're able to reclaim your power, because you're creating from the inside out, you're creating from within. You're not going by what other people are saying, you're not going by the facts of your life, right? You're not saying, oh, I can't ever be wealthy because right now I don't have a strong income, right? Like, you're not going by logic. You're going by what is that you actually want, that will bring you outrageous joy, right? Putting down on paper the things that will help you in, feel outrageous joy, which is the goal of you being alive, anyways, right? That is how you begin living by design, because then you are working towards creating the life that you want, and you're not living by accident, and you're not living by default. You're not living on the terms that other people set for you. You're not living based on your environment or your circumstances. You're saying, this is how my life is going to be, and this is what I want, and I'm going to step into that right now and begin believing that right now. And with your belief, with the strength of your belief, that is what will allow the events to begin unfolding in your life. So that is how you live by design. So that rest of the video. If you enjoyed the video, do like and subscribe, as we are on the road to 100 subscriber, guys. I would want you to be alongside with me on that journey, because we are headed for the next major milestone, which is going to be so much fun, hell of a journey, and I would want you there with me every step of the way. So once again, guys, this is Joel, and I'm out. See you guys for the next video.